So oftentimes we get called in for consultations, and we find that clients think they need to start from square one, when in fact it's just a matter of reconfiguring a lot of the great pieces they already have. We moved our clients' existing pieces from a much larger home into a much smaller rental apartment. So one of the issues we found here is that the coffee table, while it's really clean lined and sort of pairs with everything else in the room, the scale is just too large for their current living room. They feel that the dining area should be an area unto itself, as if it were a formal dining room in a suburban space, when that actually sort of creates two distinct zones which might not work well in a small square footage.
The sofa is cutting off the entire room. We're seeing the back of a big, not so great looking sofa from behind. If that's the case, then it should have a really attractive back or an interesting silhouette.
You have to have a great butt.
We have a big white empty wall over the sofa, and we're gonna take a look around to see what other pieces of art can be filling that space. One thing that we're not in love with and can't change today is the window treatments. So we're gonna suggest that they find something new, but in the meantime, we're gonna open it up so we can see outside.
All right, we did it, sister. We're thrilled with the results. The space looks totally different with just a few modifications of the pieces they own. We came up with an idea of incorporating a banquette in lieu of the formal dining room setup.
It doesn't always have to be thought of as a formal eating space because it's so much more versatile. It just gives you a much more larger feel of the space. We also took a hide rug that was in their foyer and put it under this area so that it grounds this space, which is really helpful in an open living plan. We have a smaller area rug grounding the living space and another rug grounding the dining space.
We actually turned the sofa about 90 degrees and put it on the wall where the settee once was.
And we found a piece of art that was also in the foyer, a large piece of art that we put over the sofa, which gave that whole area its own definition now.
Totally.
The coffee table that was originally there was from the suburban home, so it was much larger in size. So we found another coffee table that had been in the den, much smaller, more appropriate scale for this room.
We found a pair of club chairs in the den and thought that they were the perfect fabric, material, as well as scale for this room. Instead of combining them the way our clients had them in the den, we've split them up and paired one of the chairs with the sofa in the living space and took another one of those chairs and used it in a different way.
So now we essentially have 3 zones in one room.
The final layer in any decorating project is accessorizing and styling, and no project is complete without that.
So we brought in some coffee table books, a vase, a candle, and last but not least, the natural light is now amazing in this space now that we've opened up the blinds that came with the apartment.
We've created a huge transformation for our clients here, not spending much and just moving around and repurposing a lot of great pieces they already own. We hope that you take our tips and put them into use and make your house beautiful.